Hey guys, my webcam is not working for some reason, so I thought it would be a good idea to use my phone for a bit, just so you can see me. So there's a couple of stuff I want to talk about during this vlog. I fixed a couple of bugs that were reported, thankfully, by you guys who played the free prototype, the free build on itch.io. We're going to talk about the brew machine, which is a new machine that we created and coded to be able to make coffee, black coffee. We're also going to show you a first pass that we've done on the NPC AI. So that is for customers to come in the cafe or the coffee shop and order and do a lineup and stuff like that. So we have a first pass. It's not finished, but I'm going to show you the very first pass. And yeah, probably other stuff along the way, so stay tuned. So the very first thing that you guys pointed out on Discord for the demo is that it was kind of annoying to have the interactable UI on top or overlapping on top of the interactable object. So for instance, here I'm trying to interact with the kettle, but it's hard to tell, where the kettle is and everything because the UI is right on top. One thing that I did is I added this thing here on this property that you can set on every interactable in the world. So now I'm on the kettle here, and you can see that I have a UI offset, and I can put any number that I want that is going to offset the UI on the X and on the Y. So here, usually I found a good value was 1.2 on the Y. So you just move it up. So Y is on the up axis. And I've done this for most of the interactables. And so you can see that most of the objects that I'm trying to interact with are now, not overlapping on top. And so with the kettle now, you can see that if I move it 1.2, it's going to be a little bit higher, and that's just easier to see now what's going on. Whenever we show the UI, I have this thing here called show contextual UI, and any interactable can call this method, and then it does a bunch of stuff, including setting the collider to follow. And so every time you go in and interact with something, for instance, a kettle, it's gonna say you need to follow the kettle's collider. And so I pass the collider. So in this case, it would be, for instance, the kettle, and then I pass its offset. And so you can see that every interactable now, I added a offset that you can change as you want. So the other thing that I want to show you guys in this vlog that we worked on is the batch brew machine. So this is just an example. Obviously, we're going to have a lot of batch brew or filter machines like this. But the point of this machine in real life and in the game is just to make a black coffee, right? So there's this slider here that can go up and down. You have buttons in case we need to interact with it. You have the dripper right here. That is where the coffee is gonna go. You have the dripper liquid mesh. So this is a mesh I use to populate in code whether this object has liquid in it or not, as you can see here. So it's always full in the editor, but once I press play, it goes empty in code. And you have the filter mesh right here, where you would put your coffee grounds, and then it would get extracted. So again, the whole point here in code that we want to do is, I don't know how the interactions are gonna go, but for now the user comes here, we'll need to fill this thing here with coffee grounds that you probably grinded before. Make sure that there's water. So for now, we're gonna fill the water automatically. There's nothing that you need to put water in it. Let's just assume it's plumbed in. And whenever this is clipped in and there's coffee in it, and you're gonna be able to start the brewing process, and it's gonna extract black coffee right in there. Whenever this is finished, you can just take the dripper here and pour black coffee in a cup and serve that to your customer. So the whole point, if you go to a coffee shop and you ask them to have black coffee, you're not gonna make black coffee on the spot. They probably have what we call a batch brew. So you can see here different models that different coffee shops are gonna have. And the point is that whenever the customer comes in and asks for a black coffee, that it's already ready and brewed. So you have more residential one, like consumer ones, like look like this, which is kind of the one that you saw in the game right now. But we also obviously want later on to have more like a coffee shop commercial ones that would look more like this one here with a bigger dripper, or this one here that you would see at like Tim Hortons and stuff like that, or McDonald's. So I'm not gonna show you too much of the code because it's very much the same as the other one, but you can see here my different functions for the batch brew. So I'm on the batch brew machine class here, and it has it's an interactable, and it has the other basic stuff that other interactables have. And you can see, so there's this thing that checks if it's ready to brew. I can add water to the tank. So now I'm assuming it's always full, so I'm always putting this to full. You can fill a cup of coffee. You can remove coffee from the dripper, so like the jug, the kettle. You can place a filter in there. You can take the filter to go and grind into it. You can start and stop the brew process, and that's pretty much it. The rest is very just handling all of those conditions and stuff in code. But that's the way that it looks. And now for the gameplay, I'm gonna try to do my best to show you. But so you can see I put the brew machine right here. I can go to it, and the only thing that I can do right off the bat is to take the filter, and you can see also that the water level is 100% full. I'm just in code, I'm just putting it to full, assuming it's like plumbed in. Potentially other machines, like cheaper ones, they'll need to be filled manually by the barista. So you'll need to like fill a kettle with cold water and fill it in the brew machine. For now, the only action that you can do is take the filter, and the point of taking the filter is to put grounds into it. So you would need to go on the grinder. Now the grinder is empty, so I'm just gonna place that here for now. Take some grounds. You can see they're Panama beans, dark roast. I'm just gonna fill the grinder here. And you can see that my bag is empty now, so I'm just gonna trash that. And the grinder has 68% full of bean, and it's set to coarse. That's perfect. So I'm gonna take my filter, and I'm gonna grind into it. So you can see it's grind into. Now there's no animations. If you haven't watched the previous vlogs, I tell the same thing every vlog, but we're gonna work on animations later. Now you can see that this brew filter is full with beans, so now I can clip it back there. It's clipped back, and since the filter has grounds in it, the water is full, and the machine is on, I can start the brewing process, and you can see that it's brewing. All right, so it's done. So you can see the filter is now empty. and the machine is out of water, so I would potentially need to fill it back if I want to make another coffee. That's a cheap machine. It's kind of annoying, but the good news is that we have black coffee, and so I can potentially, if I get an order, I could potentially serve that to my customer if I get an order of black coffee. So you can see I can pour some of the liquid into my cup, and yeah, so now I would be able to serve that. You can also see that the dripper has lost a little bit of coffee, so you can make just a certain amount of coffee with this, or you can serve a certain amount of cups of coffee with this until it goes empty, and then you would need to fill it again. So that's the whole point of having a faster or a better and more capacity, a bigger volume brew machine like this. But that's the whole gist. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys, this vlog. Stay tuned if you want to see what's coming. So you can see here a preview of what we're going to show you in the next vlog. This is the first pass for the customers. And so this is the work in progress, but in the next vlog I'm going to discuss a little bit about how this works, and you can see them ordering stuff now and leaving whenever the order has failed to deliver. Hit us up on Discord. I'll leave the link in the description below. We're also on Twitter. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next vlog.